guys, welcome back to Carly's Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really fun serving board that is very popular right now. It's used for either decoration or to put, crackers and cheese, things like that on, and I see everyone just really loving it. So I actually got a mold for this and I'm super excited. So this is my first time using this mold, and of course I had to do a beach theme because that's kind of my fall too, being a beach girl at heart. So we did a beach theme today, and I will definitely do other designs. This one is actually for a gift. So I just want to show you how easy it is and how fun it is. We even got a 3D effect going on. So I hope you enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. As always, thank you so much for all your support and all your love. I appreciate it more than you know. So let's go ahead and get started.
Alright, so we're starting with our epoxy, and typically I do this part off camera, but just in case we do have some beginners here who are just starting with the resin journey, I wanted to make sure I show every step. So you want to double check your instructions on your epoxy, but for mine I'm going to go ahead and mix equal parts of A and B, and I'm going to go ahead and stir that very slowly into a cup. Now you can see the video, it shows me stirring faster. I did speed up the video just for time's sake, so typically you do want to stir much slower than that, and that will just help avoid any micro bubbles and make sure that your epoxy is mixed very well. You do want to make sure that you're scraping along the sides and getting that all mixed in. So we're going to go ahead and mix this. I'll set it aside. I do have some others mixed up already ready to go. Next we're going to jump into our colors. So we're going to use a gold glitter, pearl mica. This is a new mica, Starry Night, and magic blue. And what I'm going to do is just take my epoxy and I'm going to add, for the most part, equal parts into each color. The only one I'm not going to add as much in is the white, because we don't need as much of the white. So I'm just going to mix it in. I'm going to get a clean popsicle stick for each color and just make sure you're mixing it really well and that all of your color is blended, and then we'll be able to move to the next step. Okay, so we're just about done mixing, and I am going to keep some just clear epoxy without anything on it to the side. You'll see why in a few minutes. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our mold. Make sure you are working on a level surface. And we're going to start with the gold. And we're going to slowly add a little bit of the gold into the handle. For this part I use the popsicle stick just to make sure that I have a little bit more control as to where it goes versus just dumping it from the cup. I don't want to risk spilling it. Next we're going to go to the white, and we're just going to keep repeating this process, layering our colors. So I do gold to white, and then I'm going to do my aqua color, which is a new color that we'll have very soon. And then I'm going to go to my Starry Night, and then to my magic blue. So I want to get the colors of the ocean kind of from light to dark, if that makes sense. And we're just going to keep layering these until we fill up our board. Next, we're going to grab the heat gun and we're just going to get any of those little bubbles that came to the surface. You want to avoid using a torch on this part. You can burn your mold, so just be very careful about that. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to grab that clear epoxy that I had set aside that I told you about earlier in the video. And we're going to apply a little bit in between each color. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back with our white and we're going to put our white on top of the clear. And that's going to help allow us to get those colors kind of flowing a little bit better and get some of those cells in that wave going. And as soon as I get the white on here, I'm going to go back with my heat gun and I'm going to go ahead and push that right on the wave. Again, you want to be very careful not to get too close to the mold, not to burn the epoxy. So this can be a little bit tricky if you haven't worked with epoxy before, but you'll notice when I do, you can see some of those wave appearances starting to come. I'm just going to kind of keep going back and forth between my white and my clear until I get kind of the look that I'm going for. I'm not going to overdo it here too much, but just kind of play around with it, make it your own, make it unique, and have fun with it. Alright, so we got all our colors in, we're getting those bubbles, and what we're going to do is we're going to tip our mold a little bit here and there. And again, this isn't something that you need to do. This is kind of what I'm doing to kind of go for the look that I'm going for, if that makes sense. I'm just wanting my colors to really flow together just like the ocean would be, and how the wave would kind of crash and the colors would blend and the foam would go together and things like that. So it's been about 45 minutes since we've last touched it, and what I'm doing is I'm just going to add another clear coat on top. And this isn't going to fill the mold completely. It's going to fill it maybe just a little over halfway, around 60%. And because we didn't wait too long to do this, what's going to happen is some of these colors, between the gold, glitter, and some of our blues, are going to kind of rise up a little bit, and that's what's going to create our 3D effect. So I'm just going to make sure I get an even coverage over here. Again, I'll hit it with the heat gun, make sure we pop all the bubbles. We don't want any bubbles in here. And then I'm gonna leave it alone for the next several hours. And then I'm gonna add one more coat of epoxy, just the clear, just to seal that. And so I'm gonna wait several hours because I don't want any more colors after this layer to rise up. And then that will be just our clear coat on top. And so it's gonna kind of look almost like you're looking from the sky, like you're flying over the ocean, again with that 3D effect. So it does end up looking pretty cool. All right, it's time to take it out of the mold. So it has been sitting all night. We're just gonna go carefully around the edges here. I am going slower in real life, so to say, but again, I sped up the video a little bit just for time's sake. So you're just gonna release the section on the sides and then very gently pull the back of your mold off. And we are here. So that's the back. This is the top, and I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, that really good 3D effect, but it looks really cool. So I'm just going to go and take my sanding block, and then I'm just going to sand around the edges that may be a little bit sharp just to soften those a little bit. Alright, so this is completely optional depending on the look that you're going for. So I have a 14 karat gold leaf pen, and I thought it would be a really nice finishing touch to kind of go around the edges and just finish it off with a gold. So again, the video is sped up, so I'm really not doing it that fast, but you're just gonna shake your pen up really well. I use a paper towel to kind of dab it and get that paint flowing, and we're just gonna go around the edges. I do end up going around the edges twice just to get good coverage around my board here, and then that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. They're very fun to make. The designs are endless. You can do anything. So I'd be happy to show you some more designs. This was a gift, and so I'm super excited to send this off and hoping they love it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know below, and come join us on Facebook at Carly's Creations, Tumblers, and more.